Hey guys, this is just a short tutorial on working with Finale Notepad 2011. So you'll want to do is first open up Finale Notepad and you'll come up with the document setup wizard. Come in here, type in the title of the piece that you're going to be inputting. So we'll call this one Mr. B's Awesome Song. Composer, obviously Mr. Bodicher. And then you'll want to keep just the page side the same and portrait for right now. Go ahead, click Next. Next, it'll tell you to select the instruments that you want to be using. For this assignment or your basic assignments, you'll just use piano. Click Add. You can see that it's now on the list of instruments. So then you'll click Next. Then you will tell you to select a time signature. For right now, we'll just keep it in common time, 4/4. Select a concert key signature. C major is fine. You could change the key just by moving up and down, up for the sharps, down for the flats. We're going to keep it right at C major for right now. And then you can also edit the number of measures. Since it's not going to be a really long song, we'll just put 8 measures in for right now. Click Finish, then it'll bring it up. So here you have your page all laid out for you, your title, your composer. Now, to get started inputting the actual notes in here, we're going to use the simple entry way of doing it. So what you're going to do is come up here to the simple entry palette, choose whichever note you're going to start off with. They have all the notes lined up for you. So we'll just start off with the quarter note, come down, and just start placing them on the staff wherever you want them. It's as simple as that. So you can do that for however long you need to, and so forth. If you ever have a problem and you may have missed a note mixing it up, just click on it and then you can just drag it down to wherever you want to place it for sure. So if you ever have a problem that way, next thing you can do is if you made a mistake, you can use the eraser button right here. Come over here, just click on the note that you want erased, and there it's gone. Okay? So let's say I want to put 2 eighth notes in that place instead. So we'll go there, just snag them right in between, and you're good to go. So I have part of my song created. Let's say I want to use a tie for my next part. I'm going to have a half note tied to a quarter note. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select the half note. I'm also going to select the tie button. This is going to put a tie onto the next note from that note that I'm placing. So if I place my note on the F, then what I need to do is I'll come up, find the quarter note. Now I need to deselect this because I'm not going to tie any more notes past it. So I'm going to deselect it and then move it to where it should be. Now it should be on the F, so I'm going to slide that up. Simple enough. Right there's a tie. And then I'm also going to erase this. Now if I want to use a dotted some kind of note, let's say a dotted eighth note, click the eighth note, click this little dot right here, and that'll give me the dotted eighth note wherever I want it. Just make sure then once you switch to a different note, you deselect the dot so you're not going to have that dot anymore. So let's actually put a 16th note here instead, and we're good to go. Okay. Some more cool features of Finale Notepad is this lyric tool. You can come over here. It's kind of like the calligraphy pen and bottle. Click on that. Then what you need to do is you drag down to your first note that you're going to have music, and it makes this little arrow pointed. Click right there. It'll bring up a cursor, kind of a bouncing or flashing cursor, and you can just type in your words, whatever you have. So if it's twinkle, twinkle, and what happens is it'll spread out your notes so it's not going to be right on top of each other. It automatically does that for you. Then I type the word spread instead. But anyways, go ahead and delete that. Twinkle, twinkle, little's fine. Okay, then I can go back to the selection tool, and this is just what you can use, your main tool, to click or drag and select music and copy that. Okay, let's say I want to add some dynamics now to this. Come up here to the expression tool. Then I'll find where I want to click and put these dynamics. Let's say the second measure, and I'm going to put a piano dynamic marking in the second measure. I click right on it, and I'm good to go. There's my piano marking. One last thing I want to show you to do would be to use the playback controls. If you see over here, I have these playback controls. You can start whichever measure you want to. You can set the tempo. All I have to do is push play, and it'll play your song for you. And it'll actually even read the expressions that you gave it. So if you gave it a soft, it would actually play that softly and be able to read all the dynamic markings that you have. Then if you continue to play all through, it'll go through the whole song, or you could have pushed stopped and it would stop it, and you could move from measure to measure back and forth. So, basic little things for Finale Notepad 11. If you guys have any questions, just let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them.